sincere, well you gotta be sincere.
I know that, sir. But think of the disastrous effect this might have on the morale of the American teenager. No, I'm not saying that the boy doesn't want to go into the army. It's just that, well, it seemed to me that 2 weeks from now, at the induction center, he'll be there. Rose, thank God you come. This is the end of Almalu Music Corporation. Conrad Birdie is going into the army.
And your faithful secretary is hereby submitting her resignation.
Huh?
I just dropped in to say goodbye. Albert, darling, lots of luck.
Rose, you can't do this. Not today. Not today of all days. My pills. Where are my pills? The little white ones that I take when I'm overwrought.
Here.
Not so much. Break it in half.
You're 33 years old, Albert. I think you could take a whole aspirin.
I am not 33. I'm a long way from 33. I won't be 33 until tomorrow. Water.
It's no use, Albert. My mind's made up. I've been with Almalu for 8 years now, and as you well know, I've been much more to you than just a secretary.
Rose, those were moments of madness.
Well, between the moments of madness and the office, I put in a good 90-hour week. And for what? A $5 raise in 1954 and a bottle of arpege last Christmas?
Promise her anything but give her arpege, Rosie.
Yeah, but not 1/16 of an ounce. And besides, I want something more than that.
Rose, if you're referring to anything of a more permanent nature between us, I'm not ready. Besides, there are religious differences.
Spanish isn't a religion.
And if it's part of the company you're after, it's no to that too. Almilu is me, Mama, and Lou. And any change to that can kill that wonderful woman who bore me.
Nothing could kill your mother, Albert. Except maybe a silver bullet.
And it won't drop Lou either. He loved you, Rosie.
I love Lou too. Sure, he was warm, he was loyal, he was caring. But he died 6 years ago. And besides, he was a dog. Anyhow, I don't want any part of the business. This is something much more important.
Rose, if you're going to discuss what I think you're going to discuss, I'm in no mood to discuss it.
There's nothing to discuss, Albert. Conrad Birdie is going into the army. I've quit. There's nothing you can do but give up the business and go back to college and get
Rose,
work.
Conrad's got a $50,000 guarantee, which I can't pay. And it's just taken a severe overdose of aspirin.
Albert, this may be your last chance. Will you listen to me, Albert? I'm serious. He's going to the army. It's the best thing he could do. Now you're free to start to do what you wanted to. Albert, Albert, Albert. I remember how you told me I should trust you for a year. It was just before a year, but it's 8 years, Albert. 8 long years, Albert.
Rose, it takes time to build a business.
It was only a sideline, that's what you said. You just needed some money, that's what you said. You were going to college and get ahead. Instead of being a music business bum, you were going to NYU and become...
Don't say it, Rosie.
An English teacher.
Rosie.
And furthermore, he wrote poetry.
Rose, please.
And in the NYU yearbook for 1952 under Albert Peterson's favorite piece of literature, you want to know what it says? Little Women.
I'm ruined in show business.
An English teacher, an English teacher, if only you'd been an English teacher, we'd have a little apartment in Queens. You'd get a summer vacation. Chaucer. Hello, William Morris. Goodbye, NYU. Hello, Almalu. 'Cause when you wrote Conrad's first hit, Ugga Bugga Boo, then I knew that was it. You were through with English forever. An English teacher, an English teacher, if only you'd been an English teacher, it could have been such a wonderful life. I could have been Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Bye Birdie Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
Rose, I'll make a deal with you. Stick with me, help me to pay Conrad's guarantee, and as soon as I'm out of the red, I'll dissolve the company and go back to the academic life.
Albert, you're on.
Of course, it may take a while, but I'm sure that by 1973 or 74 at the latest, we'll... What's that?
Something that's gonna push that date up just a few years. Pick a name.
Pick what name? What are you talking about?
Fine, I'll do it for you. McPhee, Kim McPhee, age 15, president and recording secretary of the Conrad Birdie Fan Club, number 2748, Sweet Apple, Ohio. Mary, would you get me Sweet Apple, Ohio, please? The number's capital 78820, and call me right back.
Now wait a minute. What's going on here? Who's Kim... whatever her name is?
Kim McPhee, Albert. And she's gonna send you back to college with the biggest hit this company has ever seen. It's called One Last Kiss.
I've never heard of it.
You haven't written it yet, but when you do, and when that one last kiss is from Conrad Birdie into his way into the big cold army for 2 long years, and when he gives that kiss to one of his fans, chosen at random from 300 bazillion teenage girls, he'll make Mr. Birdie the hottest soldier since Joan of Arc.
Rose, I'm beginning to see it. We'll cut the record here in New York.
We take that greasy bongo playing car thief to Sweet Apple.
Let him kiss the kid.
And release the record. Albert, you'll make enough money to stay in college for the rest of your life.
Rose, I promise you, as soon as this is over, it'll be just the two of us, in perfect bliss. I'll get a job teaching English and... bliss? Kiss. That rhymes! I wonder if anyone's ever used it before. Oh, what difference does it make? It'll be great for the song. A one last kiss gives me so much bliss. What is your dentifrice? No, that's too clinical.
An English teacher, an English teacher, someday he may be an English teacher. Yes, Mary? Well, every phone in Sweet Apple can't be busy. What's going on there? Kim McAfee just got pinned to who? Never mind, Mary. Keep trying and call me right back. It's gonna be such a wonderful life. I'm gonna be Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Bye Birdie Kappa Peterson, the English teacher's wife. tell me quick about Hugo and Kim.
Hi, Margie.
Hi, Alice. What's the story? Morning glory.
What's the word? Hummingbird. Have you heard about Hugo and Kim? Did they really get pinned? Did she kiss him and cry? Did he pin the pin on? Or was he too shy? Well, I heard they got pinned.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would. Now they're living at last.
He's
Going
gone.
steady for
Hello, Mr. Hinkle. This is Harvey Johnson. Can I speak to Penelope Ann?
Is it true about Kim?
Penelope?
I just know it somehow.
About the prom.
I must call her right up.
Saturday?
I can't talk to you now.
You know it, man. It's crazy, man. You know it.
It won't last, not at all. He's too thin, she's too tall.
Hello, Mrs. Miller. This is Harvey Johnson. Can I speak to Deborah Sue? Hiya, Hugo. Hiya, stupid. What you wanna go get pinned?
Well, I heard they got pinned.
Hey, and me
I was hoping
head.
they would.
Wash your
Now they're
marbles.
living at last.
Are you nutty?
Steady for-
Hello, Mrs. Garvine. Is Charity home from school yet?
Well, I heard they got pinned.
She saw
I was hoping they
him.
would.
She
Now
dug
they're living
him.
at last.
She nailed him. If you gotta go, that's the way to go. When they got you, then you really cooked. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Well, I heard they got pinned. I was thinking they would. Now they're living at last. Going steady for good, going steady. Going steady, going steady, steady for good. Going steady, going steady, going steady, steady for good. He's in love with Kim, Kim's in love with him.
Going steady, going steady, going steady, steady for good. Going steady, going steady, going steady, steady for
The way it
good.
should be.
Oh
Tell me
yeah,
happy, I know.
oh
Going
yeah,
steady for me.
oh yeah.
That's the way it should go.
Going steady,
Going steady,
going steady,
going steady.
going steady, steady for good.
Going steady,
Going steady,
going steady,
going steady.
going steady.
Oh yeah!
Peabody gave you his pin does not mean you have to resign from all social life. Going steady is very important, but there's some things more important than very important, and Hammerberg Fan Club is one of them. And I mean, Where else can us girls gather together to worship that wonderful creature? I mean, really, Kim, do you know what you're giving up?
I'm sorry, Ursula, but my mind's made up. Of course, I still play his records, but things like The Pledge and the Comrade Scream are past me now.
You're giving up the Scream? You mean when Comrade Birdie sings on television, you're not gonna go? Oh, Kim!
Kim, dear, would you please get off the phone? I've got some calls to make.
All right, Mother. I'm sorry, Ursula, but I have to hang up. You'll explain everything to the other kids, won't you?
I suppose I have to. Bye, Kim. Wait, Kim, are you sure? I mean, are you absolutely sure?
I'm positive. And besides, I'm 15 years old, and it's time I've settled down. When you're a skinny child, 14, wide with braces from ear to ear, you doubt that you will ever be appealing. Then, hallelujah, you're 15 and the braces disappear, and your skin is smooth and clear, and you have that happy grown-up female feeling. How lovely to be a woman, the wait was well worthwhile. How lovely to wear mascara and smile, a woman's smile. How lovely to have a figure that's round instead of flat. Whenever you hear boys whistle, you're what they're whistling at. How wonderful to feel the way a woman feels. It gives you such a glow just to know you're wearing lipstick and heels. How lovely to be a woman and have one job to do, to pick out a boy and train him, and then when you are through, you've made him the man you want him to be. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me. How wonderful to know the things a woman knows. How marvelous to wait for a date in simply beautiful clothes. How lovely to be a woman and change from boys to men, to go to a fancy nightclub and stay out after 10. How lovely to feel so grown up and free. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me.
Kim, dear, there's a call for you. The operator says she's been trying to get through for nearly 3/4 of an hour.
Thank you, Doris. I'll take it down there.
She said it was long distance, and I can't imagine who. What did you say?
I said thank you, Doris. There's no need to look so upset. It's modern to call your mother by her first name. It makes a mother and daughter feel more like pals.
And your father?
Well, I'll call him Harry naturally. By the way, I think Harry took the news about Hugo and I awfully well, don't you? This is she. Yes, I'll wait.
I don't know. Yesterday I was a mother. Today I'm a pal. Are you sure you wouldn't like to call me Mom? That's modern.
I'm sorry, but times are changing, and you have to go along with them, or you'll be left behind with the old folks. By the way, Doris, do you have a cigarette? I seem to have run out.
I am not an old man. I was 18 in World War II.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Conrad Birdie is coming here to kiss me? Doris? Mother? Mommy!
Baby,
Mommy!
baby, what is it? What's wrong?
It's Conrad Birdie. He's coming here to Sweet Apple.
That's nice, dear. Now you just put your head on Mommy's shoulder.
No, Mommy, you don't understand. Conrad Birdie is coming here to Sweet Apple to kiss me goodbye. Oh, Mommy, Mommy.
I never thought I'd say this, but God bless Conrad Birdie.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not near us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we love you.
Sorry I'm late, girls. Now, let's go over that Conrad Birdie song once more before we get on the train. Remember the Conrad Birdie creed, dear. No smoking. Till you're 14. Ready? And 1.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not near us, we're blue.
A little girl, you can sing with us if you like. What's the matter with her?
She's just upset because by the time Karma gets out of the army, she'll be too old.
Well, I still think she has a few good years left in her. You know what? Why don't you all go down to track 12 and I'll talk to her. And stay out of the bars. Hi, I'm Albert Peterson, Conrad's manager. Oh, come now, that's no way to be. Things can't be that black. Smile. Little girl, this is an adult speaking. I'm ordering you to smile. Please? Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. And if you're feeling cross and bickerish, don't sit and whine. Think of banana splits and licorice, and you feel fine. I knew a girl so gloomy, she'd never laugh or sing. She wouldn't listen to me, now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Oh, little girl, you better hurry on down to track 12 if you want to see Conrad before he leaves. Oh boy, can you get that luggage down at track 12? And can you please make sure that... Rosie? What are you doing?
Getting our things down from the train without any help from you, Albert.
I'm sorry, Rosie. I don't suppose the generous tip would make up for it.
Just take your briefcase and go down to that train before any of those reporters talk to Conrad alone. You know what happened last time.
Rosie, you hang on to it. Besides, I have to wait for Mama.
Speaking of your mother, Albert, have you told her about dissolving Almelu?
I couldn't, Rosie. Yesterday was the anniversary.
Of what?
Lou. 6 years ago, he was struck on 181st Street and Broadway by a loaded beer truck. Do you suppose that's Mama?
It's either her or the all clear.
Yo-ho, Sonny!
Mama, what's the matter?
Oh, come here, Sonny! Oh. Don't worry about me, Sonny. I'm just a little faint from the subway.
Mama, I told you to take a taxi.
Taxi? What do I need with taxis? I'll leave the taxis for my successful son. A mother can ride crowded in a dirty subway full of foreign people who wouldn't give you a seat if your life depended on it. Yeah, but what's the difference? Nowadays, a mother's lower than dirt anyway. Oh. Here is the money I saved from not taking the taxi. Buy some candy with the schnookums. Who's she?
Mama, you know Rose Alvarez from the office.
This is Rose Alvarez. Pretty little Rose Alvarez. I can't believe it. Rose, what happened? You had a sudden shock or something?
Excuse me, Albert, but I think I'm gonna go check if Conrad's here.
By all means, Miss Alvarez. Look at her, Sonny. How nice she looks. It's a wonder to me some older man doesn't snatch her off. A personable matron like that with brains and a few dollars. What a catch you'd be for a convalescent. Goodbye, Rose.
Goodbye, May.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
Now, Mama, what I wanted to talk to you is sort of about Rose. You'd better sit down.
Why? I know my Sonny. He loves his mama. He wouldn't say anything that would break her heart. Go ahead, dear. What about Rose?
Well, it's about Lou, too.
Lou! Where are you, Lou? Struck down by a beverage I consumed faithfully for 32 years. What about Lou?
Well, Mama, Rose thought, and I agree, that I should give up Almelu.
Oh my goodness!
Mama,
oh my goodness.
what's the matter?
What is that? What do you mean, what's the matter? Nothing's the matter. You killed me, that's all. Oh, Lou, I'm coming. I'm on my way up.
Mama, it's not that. It's just, you don't understand. It's just that Rose thought. Look, Mama, here's some money. Take a taxi home. The subways are too crowded.
Nothing is too crowded for a mother. I'll take the IRT. That's the worst subway.
Mama.
Wait a minute. How many blocks is it after all? Only 107. I'll walk. Oh, enjoy yourself, son. Take care. Be careful crossing the street. Keep your money in your inside pocket. I want you to take a shower every 5 to 6 days, but really it could be 7. Hey, make sure you stay abstinent unless you find a hot blonde. Somebody like that. Hey, you looking good. Hey, would you like my number? Here you go. Hey, 1-800-HOT-MOM. I can't find. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Maybe you can share it to that person. And what are you looking at? Hey, I'm walking here. Excuse me. What?
Albert, I thought you were gonna break it to her gently.
As a matter of fact, Rose, I didn't tell her at all. I mean, she was so upset about me leaving, I thought I'd better wait.
You mean you didn't?
Rose, Conrad's coming, and we can't let him talk to those reporters alone.
But Albert!
Later, Rosie. Conrad needs me. Later.
Hey, how about answering a few questions, Conrad? How do you feel about going into the Army?
How does he feel? You ask how he feels. He's much too shy to tell you, so I'll tell you how he feels. He feels brave and eager, strangely humbled, proud to be a plain GI.
He will gladly face those bullets, for he's not afraid to die.
For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy. And that's why he volunteered for active duty.
Volunteered? I thought he was drafted.
And he appealed 3 times.
Sing!
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not near us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we love you.
Very nice.
What's that pitch in the Hollywood Starlet, Conrad? Are you two engaged?
Is he engaged? Is Conrad engaged? There's absolutely nothing to the rumor he's engaged.
She's a real pal, like a sister, but it doesn't mean nothing. And that 18-carat diamond, it was just a friendship ring.
For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
Then why was her husband so bad?
Sing!
We love you, Conrad, oh yes we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. Ooh.
Oh, I'll never forget Conrad's first words when he said he'd been accepted by the armed forces. Gee, Mr. Peterson, he said eagerly, do you suppose they'll assign me to the frontline trenches? That will be sure to get me one of those dirty Jerrys.
Albert!
Or whoever's dirty this time.
Hey, Mr. Pearson, give us a scoop. Is Conrad still drinking a lot?
Now listen here. That gossip must stop. He goes to church each Sunday and he doesn't touch a drop.
He's as decent as a minister.
That's right.
He's as sober as a judge. He subscribes to every charity, and his hobby's making fudge. For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
Is it true that you found Conrad in reform school?
That is a lie. A lie through and through. I'll tell you where he came from. Here's the story, and it's true. He was born in Indochina.
He was born in Old Virginia.
Son of missionaries there.
On a 1,000-acre farm.
Very poor and very hungry.
From a line of wealthy planters.
What a cruel life to bear.
Full of genteel southern charm.
Then he drifted off to Hong Kong.
Every evening by the river.
To a waterfront saloon.
By the moonlight they would croon.
That is where I heard him singing.
That's where Conrad started singing.
Need that dirty
Need
Hong
that
Kong
sweet plantation moon.
We love you,
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for and her waves of grace. America, America, United States race of you. For he's a fine, upstanding, average, modest, patriotic, healthy, normal American, American
Conrad Birdie, welcome to Sweet Apple. Now, before we escort you to town hall, the mayor himself is waiting. I'd like to introduce you to the girl you have chosen to stow your final kiss upon, and who will now lead us in the camaraderie pledge, Kim McAfee! I, Kim McAfee,
I, Alice Finkel, being of sound mind and body, do hereby promise to be loyal, courteous, steadfast, and true to Conrad Birdie and the United States of America, both indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For he's a fine, understanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy.
Rose, you stay here. I'm going with Conrad.
But Albert!
Rosie, I've got to make Conrad's speech for him. You stay here, stack the bags, and take him to the house. And if I see a cab, I'll send it along. For he's a fine, upstanding page.
Kim, before you go, can I talk to you for a minute?
Right now? I mean, couldn't it wait? I'm in an awful hurry.
I don't think so. It's important.
Hugo Peabody, what is so important that you have to talk to her right now?
What's so important? I'll tell you what's so important. The day after I give her my pin, she goes around kissing someone else. That's what's so important. I want you to know I'm quite upset about this. I've already had several headaches and a nosebleed.
Why, Hugo, I believe you're actually jealous of Conrad Birdie.
Jealous? Me? Jealous? I'm the opposite of jealous. I'm very jealous, and I have every right to be. Kim's my steady.
But that's just it, Hugo. I'm your steady. I may admire Conrad Birdie as one admires a far, distant, and unattainable ideal. But I'm into you, Hugo, and I don't care how common and ordinary you are. That's how I'm going to stay.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better?
Of course not. I mean every word of it. Conrad Birdie is just a fling. A steady is forever.
One boy, one special boy, one boy to go with, to talk with, and walk with. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should. One boy, one certain boy, one boy to laugh with, to joke with, have coke with. One boy, not two or three. One day you'll find out this is what life is all about. You need someone who is living just for you. One boy, one steady boy, one boy to be with forever and ever. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Oh, Kim, I feel so much better now. All thoughts of a nosebleed have utterly vanished.
It was silly to worry, Hugo. Conrad Birdie may be a great public figure, but he doesn't make me feel all dizzy and faint when I think of him. Only my steady does that. Why, even when I say his name, I don't feel a thing. Listen. Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie. Hugo.
One boy, one steady boy, one boy to be with forever and ever. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
The boy she loves is the boy who makes her dizzy and almost faint. And you heard her, lady. That boy is me.
One special guy, one guy to live for, to care for, be there for.
Rose, what's the matter?
I was just thinking of you, Albert.
Never mind thinking of me. My speech. Where's my speech?
In the briefcase.
Good. Bring it along. The mayor's almost finished speaking. Come on.
That's the way it should be.
And so it is with great pride and prejudice, as well as the usual pomp and circumstance, that I present you to our fair city, Sweet Apple, and present you with this 24-karat solid gold key so generously donated by our men at our Sweet Apple Brass Works. And I present this key to you, Conrad Birdie.
He said it! He said his name!
What happened? All I said was Conrad Birdie. If you girls don't stop that, I can't finish my speech.
Who cares about your from Conrad. Oh, speak to us, oh beautiful one, and tell us how you make that glorious sound that even now anticipation has reduced me to snarling, raging, panting jungle beast.
You gotta be sincere. You gotta be sincere. You gotta feel it here. 'Cause if you feel it here, well then you're gonna be honestly sincere. If what you feel is true, really feel it, you make them feel it too. Right this time now, you gotta be sincere, honestly sincere. Man, you gotta be sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you feel it in here, then it's gotta be right. Oh, baby. Oh, honey. Hug me. Supper. Everything I do, my sincerity shows through. I look it in the eye, don't even have to try. It's automatic, I'm sincere. When I sing about a tree, man, I really feel that tree. When I sing about a girl, I really feel that girl. I mean, I really feel sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you feel it in here, then it's gotta be right. Oh, baby. Ah, honey. Hug me. Ah, supper. You gotta be sincere. Oh, you gotta feel it here. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta be sincere. Well, you gotta be sincere. Well, you gotta be sincere. You gotta be sincere. Well, you gotta be sincere. Are you gonna be sincere? Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta be sincere. Well, you gotta be sincere. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh. Hey, little lady. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Yeah, yeah, yeah!
love you, Conrad, and we'll be true.
Ursula, I'm tired. We've been here all night.
We promised seeing the Comrade Birdie pledge 10,000 times, didn't we? Well, we got 5,242 to go. So sing! We love you, Conrad.
Daddy, I wish we'd hurry up. I want to have all this mess cleared away before Conrad comes down.
This mess, as you call it, Kim, happens to be my breakfast, and I intend on enjoying it.
Kim, dear, your father has a right to enjoy his bacon, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if we start quietly clearing away some of these other things. I know the house is a bit hectic this morning, but Kim's gone through a lot of trouble to fix a special breakfast for Mr. Birdie, and I want to make sure everything's ready and waiting for him when he comes down. After all, he is a national figure, and I want to show these New York people, how to treat a national figure here in Sweet Apple. Of course, it doesn't mean that much to me personally, but for Kim's sake, there we are, all done. Did you enjoy it, dear? Good. Now if you'll just hurry along.
Doris, I am not budging from this table till I drink my coffee, smoke a cigarette, and read my paper.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't have time to make your coffee this morning. How about a nice warm 7-Up?
Morning, Pa. Here's your paper. I hope you don't mind, but I cut out a few stories about Conrad.
I've tried to run this household on a democratic basis. The privilege of self-determination has been delivered to both the woman I have married and the children I have sired. The right to vote has been denied to no one for reason of age, sex, or political affiliations. There has been no taxation without representation, and all open covenants have been openly arrived at. Last night, I gave my room up to a guest who repeatedly referred to me as Fats. Telephone calls were made on my phone to New York, Chicago, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Hong Kong. I slept in a camp cot with my feet in the fireplace and my head in an ashtray. Outside my window, shrill harpies shrieked, "We love you, Conrad," 4,726 times. I have just lost 2 strips of bacon. Well, gentlemen, the democracy is over. Parliament has resolved the Magna Carta revolt, and Nero is back in town. And you don't serve an emperor a warm 7-Up.
Oh, Mr. McAfee, I hope you won't mind keeping off the phone for a few minutes. We're expecting a long-distance call from New York.
Perfectly all right. I'll go out and burn Rome.
Mother? What's wrong?
Nothing, dear. Your father's just excited about Conrad's being here. That's all.
He's coming! He's coming!
He's coming. Mother, you call the kids. I'll get the food.
Girls, he's coming. You'd better hurry if you want to watch him eat.
We're here, Kim.
I'm sorry, Doris, but we just had to come too. We'll stand quietly back here.
Here he is!
Call me for lunch. Hi, you fats.
Now look here, Doris, about that boy.
Please, Harry, he's just shy.
Well, if you ask me.
Kim is only 15. I don't want her getting involved in...
Please, Daddy. Not in front of everybody.
Ursula, you better go.
I don't care who's here. No ill-mannered lout is gonna run my household.
Tell him, Pa!
You shut up!
Please, Harry, you have no right to say that. That boy is our guest, and we need to be courteous.
Until you're 18.
But Daddy!
I said shut up! Until you're 18.
But Daddy!
Will you leave me alone?
Mr. and Mrs. McAfee, Kim, Randolph, is this the way you want 75 million Americans to see you?
What are you talking about?
You're all going to be on television.
On television?
I just got confirmation from New York, from Ed Sullivan himself.
You mean we're going to be on the Sullivan Show? The Ed Sullivan Show?
That's right. They're going to cut in on Sweet Apple at 8:05, and you're all going to be on. So that's why I'm begging you, put aside all petty differences. To that great audience out there, you're the American dream come true. And for the free world's sake, Mr. McAfee, don't destroy that dream.
Me on the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan. Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. We're gonna be on Ed Sullivan. How could any family be half as fortunate as we? We'll be coast to coast with our favorite host, Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. We're gonna be on Ed Sullivan.
I've got a wonderful wife, 2 swell kids, a great job, and now this?
Someday we'll recall the greatest day of all.
Ed, I love you!
Ed
Well, this is it, Albert. What do you think?
It looks great, Rose. Now there's something I need to tell you.
Of course, it's been used as a movie house for the past 30 years, but I think you'll do fine for a TV show.
Rose, it's swell. Now there's something very important I need to talk to you about.
They're shipping down the lights and cameras, and whatever costumes we need, we can...
Rose, I'm sure everything will be perfect. Now, if you'll stop thinking about the Ed Sullivan Show for 1 minute, there's something very important I need to tell you. About you and I, Rosie.
You and me, English teacher.
Rose, I'm serious. What I wanted to say is, I'm very glad that you and I, and me, are out here together. Being away from New York has let me see things in a new light. And what I also wanted to say was, I wrote Mama, and I told her no matter what happened, I've decided to give up Almelu.
Oh, Albert.
I wrote her the day we left, which gives her 3 days and 3 nights to get in touch with me, and so far not a word. If you ask me, I think she's accepted the whole thing by now.
3 days and 3 nights on a trailways bus. But what's the difference? I'm only a mother, and for a mother, a trailways bus is good enough.
Mama, what are you doing here?
Did you think I wouldn't come? A woman gets a letter obviously written under the influence of drugs, and she should stay at home? Pay no attention. It's only a mother's tears. Dear Ma, this is to let you know that Almelu is dissolved. Your friend, Albert. Almelu is dissolved. Dissolve me. Who am I anyway? A sick old woman. Probably won't last the night. I just want a simple stone with one word carved on it. Albert's mother. And don't hire a limousine to get me to the final resting place. I'll walk. And tell that Spanish friend of yours I forgive her. She knoweth not what she doneeth.
Mama, Rosa's right here.
This is Rose. I can't believe it. She looks like the pigeon poo on the statues in Central Park. Someone needs to clean that up. For her own sake, Albert, send her back to Barcelona. And don't worry about finding a secretary. It just so happens I found the perfect secretary. A wonderful, refined girl on her way to Akron. Only I persuaded her to get off here. Sonny boy, say hello to Gloria Rasputin.
Hey, Al. Hey, you're kind of cute.
Mama, I don't need a secretary. I have Rosie.
What does Rosie need a job for? In a year or two, she'll be getting Social Security.
Well, listen, I don't just type.
You do other things?
I tap dance. I figured I could help you out with the secretary stuff, and you could help me break into show business. Hold this, honey. May, can you hum Swanee River?
It's my favorite selection.
Get a load of this, Al. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Da 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 da.
Well, do I get the job?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you certainly have wonderful qualifications, but as you say, Mama, you are faced with a certain amount of extra work, and do you have to stay down there?
For a few minutes. May, give me a hand, will ya? Al, you push from the other side. Easy now.
Sonny, for the movies I can always cut away while they jack her up. Sonny boy, why don't you take Gloria somewhere and see how fast she types?
Well, I do have all these new releases to get out, and Miss Rasputin could do them. Unless you mind, Rosie.
Why would I mind?
Atta girl, Rosie. You stay here and keep working.
I'll find you a typewriter.
Do you use the touch system?
Whenever possible.
Just kill him.
Excuse me, Miss Alvarez, but I'm looking for Kim McAfee. I just want to tell her she is not to kiss Conrad Birdie on that Sullivan show tonight because she does out... Miss Alvarez? Miss Alvarez, is anything wrong? Miss Alvarez, it's me, Hugo Peabody. Can I do anything for you, Miss Alvarez?
Yes, Hugo. I think you can.
Where's Ed?
Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. It never felt like this. No, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, give me one last kiss. Oh, one more time. Oh, baby, one more time. It really is sublime. Ah, honey, so sublime. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, give me one last kiss. Baby, give me one last kiss. Baby, give me one last kiss. Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. It never felt like this. Nah, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, give me one last kiss. Oh, one more time. Oh, baby, one more time. It really is sublime. Ah, honey, so sublime. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, give me one last kiss. Baby, give me one last kiss. Baby, give me one last kiss. Oh, one last kiss. Oh, give me one last kiss. It never felt like this. No, never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, oh, give me one last kiss. Brace yourself, chick.
Brace yourself, Conrad Birdie.
Hugo, you hit him.
He deserved it. He was a thief of love.
Hugo Peabody, I never want to see you again.
I demand who's responsible here. Who let that kid in?
I did, Albert.
Rosie?
It's a sort of farewell present for you and Miss Rasputin.
Rose, come back. You can't leave me here alone.
Oh, you're not alone, Albert. You're on national television.
For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal American boy. For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic, healthy, normal